I live in Boiling Springs, Fort Jenny Drive, in Boiling Springs. I serve St. Paul's United Church of Christ, which is on Williams Grove in Mechanicsburg. I wanted to speak and say thank you to the administration for having the rules in place that protect students, particularly minority students or students that are often targeted. And as a pastor, the Bible is a book that we use in worship. It's something that we consider Holy Scripture. But I also recognize that over time, that book, that Bible, has been used to single out individuals, single out groups, and to justify violence. And we don't have to look very far in our history as a country. The Bible was used to justify slavery. The Bible has been used on different occasions to justify the subjugation of women. The Bible has been used on different occasions to discriminate against LGBTQ students, individuals. So it's not a book that doesn't carry some weight. It's something that carries a lot of potential for harm. I'm not saying that the students, that was their intent by any stretch of the imagination, but I think they also, if they haven't realized yet, they need to realize how it is or what it might feel like to have somebody either, if they're passing it out, or sitting at a table in a lunchroom in which it's a contained area and people cannot necessarily just get up and leave, what it feels like to have that in front of you. New Testament scriptures in particular are often used by people who are doing evangelization, and it's fine to do evangelization. But again, there's a real history of evangelization in which certain people have been singled out, put down, feel threatened. And I think that's the last thing we want any of our students to have to face during their school day. Is there an opportunity for Bibles to be passed out or handed out to friends? Certainly, but it sounds like there's a policy for that. They go through the administration, Mr. Harris or other people, that can be done. The envelope that seems to be being pushed here is that it's being done during the lunch period in which students have to be in that area unless they have some sort of excuse. And that then puts students who do feel as if they're a minority more at risk, and I think puts more pressure on those students. So I would encourage continued thought and discussion around this, but I think you're on the absolute right track. As a person of faith, I hope that you will continue along this way. Thank you.
In the interest of full disclosure, the young lady that spoke here tonight was my niece. I'm extremely proud of, and I'm dearly in love with this young lady. So I have strong opinions on her side of this issue.
And share your name and address as well.
Yeah, Dave Gruber, 202 West Cortland Avenue, Shiremanstown.
Thank you.
Okay. First of all, I do want to say one thing. I have 2 kids in this school. I couldn't have asked for a better school district for them to go to. I mean, everything has been fantastic, from the teachers, administration, the support staff. I mean, I couldn't be more happy the way things worked out for my kids here at this school. I just want to say a few things. Am I allowed to ask questions?
We are trying not to respond back and forth because we don't have a lot of fact-based answers in all of the situations, so if you could just share your comments.
All right. Well, so having said all that, next thing you know is probably going to be Bud. I want to comment on, I read the article on Penn Live, and I was just going into the comments section, and that's really what I wanted to comment on. I saw a lot of the comments were, I don't want these kids getting in my face with the Bible. Well, so if you read the article, they weren't getting in anybody's face. They had a table set up, people were coming to them. They weren't walking around, putting this thing on everybody's, in front of everybody, stop eating, I want you to have this. People were coming to them that had shown interest. That's a far cry from getting in someone's face. Another thing I read a lot was that there are a lot of people question, well, what would they think of someone, if a Muslim came up and tried to get Quran? Well, I know, the way I know my niece, that wouldn't have bothered her at all. Matter of fact, she's a competitive young lady. She'd have probably said, okay, let's give some books out, loser buys pizza. I mean, you know, there's no, if you're allowed to, if you can use the word loser anymore. But, I mean, this whole thing with interface and would they respond differently with the Quran is just not accurate. Okay. Like I said, some of the things I want to do were ask a few questions. Were there a lot of complaints by the students? Can't answer that?
We just,
Okay, because
it's not a good dialogue.
okay, no problem. That's no problem. My guess is more of the complaints were by the parents. Not having the facts, I don't know that. But my guess would be, you know, students complain probably 1% of the school population, would be my guess, maybe 2%. And to the last gentleman that said about the minority, well, the minority is, they are the minority. And what's starting to happen in this, overall everywhere, is we're letting the minority and the fact that a minuscule handful of them are being offended take away the rights of the overwhelming majority, and that should never happen. I mean, this is just a microcosm of what's going on in all society right now. It's got to stop. And these kids do have the right to do this, and they wouldn't infringe anybody's right if anybody else did the same thing. Okay? I would like to have said a lot more, but without the dialogue, I understand. So, thank you for your time.